The brand new project is ready to go. The hotel is open for business as of the end of this week.
Check in. I feel like the feeling I was supposed to have on my first album, there was this image of me as a kid that I saw from this photo album, and that's what ended up becoming the cover of Hotel Diablo. But I realized that I was so drawn to that picture because everyone was like, I don't get why a kid would be the picture for Hotel Diablo. Like, we should just go to a hotel and do it. To me, and the reason why it's even like the patched in the back of my head and tattooed there is because like Hotel Diablo was like, it was right here. It was inside my head. The real you is never the perfect side of you. The real you is the honest side of you. And my honesty and going through my earlier years and then in my 20s was like, it was dark. And so I guess, you know, even when I was putting out the album Bloom, I was like trying to be this like happy person. I just wasn't. And
you were
like,
just running from something, I think.
Absolutely, man. Like, I mean, I remember like me and my little bro had a crazy fallout and he left for months. And this was right before we went on tour just because of, you know, the drinks and the drugs and
the life you were living.
Yeah. And like, you know, that fall, that was hurting. And then, you know, that moment when I was like, I want it all to end.
What year is this?
This is this year.
This year?
I erased everything that I did last year. Like, I erased everything. The original album this was supposed to be, I erased that whole thing because people were kind of, I played it and I got no reaction. And then I have a lot of honest people around me who were like, yo, this isn't it. And that was when I scrapped it all. And even to have a song with Lana, that's like
yeah, it's huge.
That's an elite.
That's a moment.
Collaborate. And that song, that song, lyric wise and sound wise, that song can come out whenever and still be relevant. So if anything, like, I mean, that one's always there. But everything else I scrapped. Where I just had no serotonin in my body left to give me any type of motivation or happiness. And then I realized that, you know, I want all this to go away, but then my kid is 10 steps away from me in a room when I just put her to sleep an hour ago. And then I'm sitting here now like, you know, that was when it was at its lowest for me.
Are you feeling positive? Are you feeling like
Yeah, I am. I even point being from the story about the kid on the cover, I subconsciously wanted that as the cover the whole time because I was confronting my childhood problems on this album for the first time ever.
I wasn't quite sure, truthfully, who I was dealing with at any given time. I didn't know if I was dealing with a pop star on the edges of alternative or a rap star who dabbles in pop music.
That makes me happy because I think my battle was just lasting like enough to where you'd realize that, oh, there just is no box this kid fits in.
Like the album starts with an instrumental.
Yeah, true. There's no lyrics. I mean, even that track, it was so organic because it was me and Mark Foster at his house, Mark from Foster the People, who's also from Cleveland. Mm-hmm. So he and I met in New Zealand. So we got together, just made that song. That's sick. He was like, man, all right, so you should. I was like, man, you know what's crazy? I'm not gonna say shit. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, I think we should just, like, you know, score a movie. Like, I want it to be as if you're, you know, driving up to Hotel Diablo.
Do you do therapy?
No, but no.
I think you'd like it.
I can't, I know. I just can't slow down.
It's not slowing down. That's when your brain is downloading. Imagine what you're going to do with all the extra space in your brain once you've downloaded some of this stuff.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. There's a song on album called Candy.
Yeah.
That's an honest one where you're talking about something which has become an epidemic, and it's been an epidemic within the artistic community forever. What are drugs to you?
I think the way that I speak about substances in my music is never really like a glorifying way. It's always a, you know, action and consequence. And, you know, the chords to Candy sound happy, the melody is happy, but the lyrics are dark.
I felt very, very emotional when I first heard that song in the first 2 seconds because of the way the chords rolled together.
Good.
It wasn't like I was like, oh, cool, this is going to be a subversive song. I was like, oh, no, this is going to be a deep song.
I guess then let me reword it and say it just felt like every time I played that song, universally, everyone was just
bopping.
And I was like, wow, this is like a complete confessional, but sure. Like the party's going crazy right now.
Everybody's stage diving. I'm doing the acoustic set.
Yeah. So to me, I'm just like, oh, it must be
Does it
happy.
happen to you a lot where you feel misunderstood, where you're trying to actually say, "Can you someone just listen to me?"
All the time. I've been saying this for years. I've been.
When are people going to actually listen to what I'm trying to say?
This time.
Good.
This time. I feel it. We need more live music. We need more things like when Candy comes on and you said you felt something. We need that moment more. We need to feel again, like, because there is like, I mean, we're sad, man. We're sad, and like, I don't know why the pharmacies are becoming the, where you go as a
crutch, the coping mechanism.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but me personally, I mean, there's a house down the street from where I live here. It's a heroin rehab clinic. I guess it's Wayne Brady's old house. But I stop up there, drop off books, talk to people that are there, try and bring smiles in and bring happiness, and you know what I mean. And we're never talking about my current, where I'm at with my sobriety or anything like that, but we all just get together and talk.
How do you feel once you've done that? Do you feel good?
I'm doing it to make others feel good. How can I feel good if I'm still figuring out my own zen?
Cleveland actually has, again, a bit of a stealth-rich history of coming through with artists, and I wonder what that means to you and what it was like growing up there as an artist.
I got big plans for that city. It still hasn't got the spotlight that like the Chicagos and Atlantas and New Yorks and all that have got. So,
what are you thinking?
I think it's on me. It's on me to bring that. I was waiting on other people, but time's passed, and now I'm like, all right, cool. I bet I'll show everybody what's going on in the town. So.
And what is going on? What do you love about it?
I mean, one, gangster rap is either done completely wrong or done right. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of people in the city that do it right. And that's like music that, when I hear it, I like it. I like to fear music. I like to feel music, and I like to fear music a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? I'll never forget when YG's first album came out and you were listening, you were like, holy.
Yeah, look over your shoulder.
You know what I mean? And like that exists where we're from, and obviously it's going to in a dark city like that. But it's not on me to present that.
Machine Gun Kelly is back with his phenomenal brand new album, Hotel Diablo.
Watch me take a good thing.
Featuring the singles I Think I'm Okay, featuring Youngblood and Travis Barker. Machine Gun Kelly, Hotel Diablo, out now.
I'd buy that one.